Narayana. Great tapaswins, great jignasus, great yogis, great shrotas, great sadhakas, and a wonderful human beings. You all, hearty welcome for this our everyday session of spending an hour and a half for invoking the Krupa of Parabrahma Ishvara Jagannatha Devatagana Guru Gana Shastra Gana, so that our Lokasevaka Dharmastapaka Viragi Bhakta Shishya Mumukshu Jignasu Shrota Sadhaka Parishrami Prerita Prashanta Gambhira Samskrita Bhasha Jnata Vyakarna Sahita Guru Upasakaha Dayopasakaha Mananakarta Chintanakarta Nididhyasanakarta Anubhavi Anubhava Nishtita. These Vyaktitwas, by the grace of Parabrahma Adi, get fully developed so that we are relinquishing all our outer duties well, getting rid of all prarabdha and obligations, and inside also we are finding peace. More importantly, because of those Vyaktitva Vikasa, we are able to understand and do and grow in our spiritual stature also. Seven things we are doing: Veda Parayanam, common sense thought, Dhyana Sahita Mantrocharana, Shanti Mantras, Sankalpa, Upanishad Mantra Parayanam, and Upanishad Adhyanam. Shwethashwathara Upanishad, sixth chapter. Slowly we are moving ahead. In these mantras under discussion, we are again and again reminded about the nature of glory of the Brahman, the reality, so that we understand, we acknowledge, consequently, at the Vyavahara level, everything, we know that it is happening because of Him only. And as a sadhana, we have the possibility of uniting with Him, identifying with Him. So, getting inspired for these both things of at the Upadhi level, Sharanagati to Him, at the Nirupadhika level, oneness with Him. To get inspired in these things, to get fully informed in these things, these mantras are of utmost use. Excellent. They are, if we can tune to that Guru, the Guru Vakyas, the best of the guidance we can see in them. Let us continue studying that. So the first one is our Veda Parayanam. It is Samavediya Chandogya Upanishad. We are doing Panchamodhyaya. Let us do today from the Khandas 13 onwards. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Small ones they are. Let us revel in doing this Veda Upanishad Parayanam. Bring the mind, be attentive, enjoy that chanting, get engrossed in it, feeling that the divinity is blessing us through this. Any other notions of the mind and ego, in general, also they are unwanted obstructions. Especially when we are doing the Adhyatmikata, they can be kept outside. Just a humble, simple Jiva, we are trying to do the sadhana. As a part of it, this is our effort. ॐ अथ वेदपारायणं सामवेदीय छान्दोग्योपनिषद् ॐ अथ पञ्चमोऽध्यायः त्रयोदशोऽनुवाकादारभ्य और मण्डलादारभ्य खण्डादारभ्य ॐ अथ त्रयोदशः खण्डः ॐ अत होवाच सत्ययज्ञं पौलुषिम् अत होवाच सत्ययज्ञं पौलुषिं प्राचीनयोग्य कं त्वमात्मानम् उपास्य इति प्राचीनयोग्य कं त्वमात्मानमुपास्य इति आदित्यमेव भगवो राजन्निति आदित्यमेव भगवो राजन्निति होवाच इति होवाच। एष वै विश्वरूप आत्मा वैश्वानरो, एष वै विश्वरूप आत्मा वैश्वानरो, यं त्वमात्मानमुपास्ये, यं त्वमात्मानमुपास्ये, तस्मात् तव बहु विश्वरूपं कुले दृश्यते, तस्मात् तव बहु विश्वरूपं कुले दृश्यते। प्रवृत्तोऽश्वतरीरथो, प्रवृत्तोऽश्वतरीरथो, दासी निष्को उत्सि, दासी निष्को उत्सि, अन्नं पश्यसि, अन्नं पश्यसि, प्रियम् अत्ति, प्रियम् अत्ति, अन्नं पश्यति, अन्नं पश्यति, प्रियं भवति, प्रियं भवति। अस्य ब्रह्म वर्चसम्, अस्य ब्रह्म वर्चसं कुले, कुले य एतमेवम् आत्मानं वैश्वानरमुपास्ते, य एतमेवमात्मानं वैश्वानरमुपास्ते, चक्षुष्ट्वैतदात्मन इति, चक्षुष्ट्वेतदात्मन इति होवाच। अन्धो भविष्यत्, होवाचान्धो भविष्यत्, यन्मां नागमिष्य इति, यन्मां नागमिष्य इति। अथ चतुर्दशः खण्डः। अत होवाचेन्द्रद्युम्नं भाल्लवेयम्, अत होवाचेन्द्रद्युम्नं भाल्लवेयम्, वैयाघ्रपद्य कं त्वमात्मानमुपास्य इति, वैयाघ्रपद्य कं त्वमात्मानमुपास्य इति। वायुमेव भगवो राजन्निति होवाच, वायुमेव भगवो राजन्निति होवाच। एष वै पृथग्वर्त्मात्मा वैश्वानरो, एष वै पृथग्वर्त्मात्मा वैश्वानरो, यं त्वमात्मानमुपास्ये, यं त्वमात्मानमुपास्ये, तस्मात् त्वां पृथक् बलय आयन्ते, तस्मात् त्वां पृथक् बलय आयन्ति। पृथक् रथश्रेणयोनुयन्ते, पृथक् रथश्रेणयोनुयन्ति। अत्सि अन्नं पश्यसि प्रियम्, अत्ति अन्नं पश्यति प्रियम्, अत्स्यन्नं पश्यसि प्रियमत्यन्नं पश्यसि प्रियम्। भवति अस्य ब्रह्मवर्चसं, भवति अस्य ब्रह्मवर्चसं कुले, कुले य एतमेवमात्मानं वैश्वानरम् उपास्ते, य एवमेवमात्मानं वैश्वानरमुपास्ते। प्राणस्त्वेष आत्मन इति होवाच, प्राणस्त्वेष आत्मन इति होवाच। प्राणस्त उदक्रमिष्यत्, प्राणस्त उदक्रमिष्यत्, यन्मां नागमिष्य इति, यन्मां नागमिष्य इति। अथ पञ्चदशः खण्डः। अथ होवाच जनकं शार्कराक्षम्, अथ होवाच जनकं शार्कराक्षम्, अथ होवाच जनकम्, अथ होवाच जनकं शार्कराक्ष्य कं त्वमात्मानमुपास्य इति, शार्कराक्ष्य कं त्वमात्मानमुपास्य इति। आकाशमेव भगवो राजन्निति होवाच, आकाशमेव भगवो राजन्निति होवाच। एष वै बहुल आत्मा वैश्वानरः, एष वै बहुल आत्मा वैश्वानरः, यं त्वमात्मानमुपास्ये, यं त्वमात्मानमुपास्ये, तस्मात् त्वं बहुलोऽसि प्रजया च धनेन च, तस्मात् त्वं बहुलोऽसि प्रजया च धनेन च। अत्स्यन्नं पश्यसि प्रियम्, अत्सि अन्नं पश्यसि प्रियम्, अत्ति अन्नं पश्यति प्रियम्, अत्यन्नं पश्यति प्रियम्। भवति अस्य ब्रह्मवर्चसं कुले, भवत्यस्य ब्रह्मवर्चसं कुले य एतमेवमात्मानमै वैश्वानरमुपास्ते, य एवमेवमात्मानं वैश्वानरमुपास्ते। सन्देहस्त्वेष आत्मन इति होवाच, सन्देहस्त्वेष आत्मन इति होवाच। सन्देहस्ते व्यशीर्यत, सन्देहस्ते व्यशीर्यत, यन्मां नागमिष्य इति, यन्मां नागमिष्य इति। अथ षोडशः खण्डः। अथ होवाच बुडिलम् आश्वतराश्विम् अथ होवाच बुडिलमाश्वतराश्विम् वैयाघ्रपद्य कं त्वमात्मानमुपास्य इति वैयाघ्रपद्य कं त्वमात्मानमुपास्य इति अप एव भगवो राजन्निति होवाच अप एव भगवो राजन्निति होवाच एष वैरैरात्मा वैश्वानरो एष वैरैरात्मा वैश्वानरो यं त्वमात्मानमुपास्ये यं त्वमात्मानमुपास्ये तस्मात् त्वगं रयिमान् पुष्टिमान् असि तस्मात् त्वगं रयिमान् पुष्टिमान् असि अत्सि अन्नं पश्यसि प्रियम् अत्सि अन्नं पश्यसि प्रियम् अत्ति अन्नं पश्यति प्रियम् अत्ति अन्नं पश्यति प्रियम् भवति अस्य ब्रह्मवर्चसं कुले भवत्यस्य ब्रह्मवर्चसं कुले य एतमेवमात्मानं वैश्वानरमुपास्ते य एतमेवमात्मानं वैश्वानरमुपास्ते बस्तिस्त्वेष आत्मन इति होवाच बस्तिस्त्वेष आत्मन इति होवाच बस्तिस्ते व्यभेत् स्यात् बस्तिस्ते व्यभेत् स्यात् यन्मां नागमिष्य इति यन्मां नागमिष्य इति अथ सप्तदशः खण्डः अथ होवाच उद्दालकम् आरुणिम् अथ होवाचोद्दालकमारुणिम् गौतम कं त्वमात्मानमुपास्य इति गौतम कं त्वमात्मानमुपास्य इति पृथिवीमेव भगवो राजन्निति होवाच पृथिवीम् एव भगवो राजन् इति होवाच एष वै प्रतिष्ठात्मा वैश्वानरो एष वै प्रतिष्ठात्मा वैश्वानरो यं त्वमात्मानमुपास्ये यं त्वम् आत्मानमुपास्ये तस्मात् त्वं प्रतिष्ठितोऽसि प्रजया च पशुभिश्च तस्मात् त्वं प्रतिष्ठितोऽसि प्रजया च पशुभिश्च अत्सि अन्नं पश्यसि प्रियम् अत्स्यन्नं पश्यसि प्रियम् अत्यन्नं पश्यति प्रियम् अत्यन्नं पश्यति प्रियम् भवत्यस्य ब्रह्मवर्चसं कुले भवत्यस्य ब्रह्मवर्चसं कुले य एतमेवमात्मानं वैश्वानरमुपास्ते य एतमेवमात्मानं वैश्वानरमुपास्ते पादौ त्वेतावात्मन इति होवाच पादौ त्वेतावात्मन इति होवाच पादौ ते व्यम्लास्येतां पादौ ते व्यम्लास्येतां यन्मां नागमिष्यैते यन्मां नागमिष्यैति Om. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enough. Om Atha Chandogyopanishad Panchamodhyayah Trayodashah Khandah Om Ataho Vacha Satyayajnam Paulishim Prachina Yogya Kam Tvamatmanamupassaiti Adityameva Bhagavo Rajanniti Hovacha Esha Vai Vishwarupa Atma Vaishwanaro यं त्वमात्मानमुपास्ये तस्मात् तव बहुविश्वरूपं कुले दृश्यते प्रवृत्तोऽश्वतरीरथो दासीनिष्को अत्सि अन्नं पश्यसि प्रियम् अत्यन्नं पश्यति प्रियं भवत्यस्य ब्रह्मवच्चसं कुले य एतमेवमात्मानं वैश्वानरमुपास्ते चक्षुष्त्वेतदात्मन इति होवाच अन्धो भविष्यद्यन्मां नागमिष्य इति अथ चतुर्दशः खण्डः अथ होवाचेन्द्रद्युम्नं भाल्लवेयं वैयाघ्रपद्य कं त्वमात्मानमुपास्य इति वायुमेव भगवो राजन्निति होवाच एष वै पृथग्वर्त्मात्मा वैश्वानरो यं त्वमात्मानमुपास्ये तस्मात् त्वां पृथक् बलय आयन्ते पृथग् रथश्रेणयोनुयन्ति अत्स्यन्नं पश्यसि प्रियम् अत्यन्नं पश्यति प्रियं भवत्यस्य ब्रह्मवर्चसं कुले य एतमेवमात्मानं वैश्वानरमुपास्ते प्राणस्त्वेष आत्मन इति होवाच प्राणस्त उदक्रमिष्यद्यन्मां नागमिष्य इति अथ पञ्चदशः खण्डः अथ होवाच जनगं शार्कराक्ष्य अथ होवाच जनगं शार्कराक्ष्य कं त्वमात्मानमुपास्य इति आकाशमेव भगवो राजन्निति होवाच एष वै बहुल आत्मा वैश्वानरो यं त्वमात्मानमुपास्ते तस्मात् त्वं बहुलोऽसि प्रजया च धनेन च अत्सि अन्नं पश्यसि प्रियम् अत्यन्नं पश्यति प्रियं भवत्यस्य ब्रह्मवर्चसं कुले य एतमेवमात्मानं वैश्वानरमुपास्ते सन्देहस्त्वेष आत्मन इति होवाच सन्देहस्ते व्यशीर्यद्यन्मां नागमिष्य इति अथ षोडशः खण्डः अथ होवाच बुडिलम् आश्वतराश्विं वैयाघ्रपद्य गं त्वमात्मानमुपास्य इति अप एव भगवो राजन्निति होवाच एष वैरैरात्मा वैश्वानरो यं त्वमात्मानमुपास्ये तस्मात् त्वगं रयिमान् पुष्टिमान् असि अत्सि अन्नं पश्यसि प्रियम् अत्ति अन्नं पश्यति प्रियं भवति यस्य ब्रह्मवर्चसं कुले य एतमेवमात्मानं वैश्वानरमुपास्ते बस्तिस्त्वेष आत्मन इति होवाच बस्तिस्ते व्यभेत् स्यात् यन्मां नागमिष्य इति अथ सप्तदशः खण्डः अथ होवाचोद्दालकमारुणिं गौतम कं त्वमात्मानमुपास्य इति पृथिवीम् एव भगवो राजन्निति होवाच एष वै प्रतिष्ठात्मा वैश्वानरो यं त्वमात्मानमुपास्ये तस्मात् त्वं प्रतिष्ठितोऽसि प्रजया च पशुभिश्च अत्स्यन्नं पश्यसि प्रियम् अत्ति अन्नं पश्यति प्रियं भवति यस्य ब्रह्मवर्चसं कुले य एतमेवमात्मानं वैश्वानरमुपास्ते पादौ त्वेतावात्मनिति होवाच पादौ ते विम्लास्येतां यन्मां नागमिष्य इति ॐ शान्तिः 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 आहा what a wonderful feeling every day after doing this parayana मुझे तो आनंद आता है आई एम श्योर you are also getting it friends in our having done one tapasya a veda parayanam done and divinized. Don't say done and dusted, done and divinized. Let us do the sadhana to divinize ourselves. Second thing is our understanding of one common sense thought. Today's common sense thought is simple thing. Key, we have to be more and more into the Paramarthika Prapti Jivana Vidhana. For that, one and only obstruction is our Sangha to the world outside. Okay? Remember, the world outside, we are not in contact with it 24 ghante. Nobody can be with any object or vastu all the time. Therefore, whenever the word Sangha or attachment we talk about, always remember it's never outside. It is always in our own mind with regard to those things and beings that sangha of expecting something from them, therefore continuously pondering or wondering about them only. That is called as sangha. And this sangha always keeps us in, again, inner sangha makes us in contact with the outer world. Then the outer world contacts and interactions, all of them enhance, strengthen the inner sangha. So in this way, with in the mind, with the sangha to the world, outside, alone is the life. This type of notion, delusion, even the vasanas keep on getting strengthened. In the chakra of this, the Paramatma Tattva, the Adhisthana Tattva. Something is there which is the giver of liberation. Even that information also we don't gather. Forget about deeply listening, studying, understanding, contemplating, realizing and getting liberated. वो तो दूर की बात है कि because of our sangha, we this side totally are away from truth and that side. The more the inner sangha of asha or asakti for the sukha with the things and beings outside, the more we become restless. Once the desires become stronger because of Sangha, once we become restless, thereafter the discriminations, the what do you call them, the dignities, the maturities, all of them are kept away. Anything is done to fulfill that Sangha, to fulfill that desire born out of Sangha. That's called as living a sinful life. Doing all the sins or adharma. That's what reaps to us in future. Aneka anartha. So therefore, for the aneka bahya anartha and for the inner forgetfulness of the self, only one common hetu, common enemy, common problem, which is maintained by us only, which is nurtured by us only, nourished by us only, which is supported by us only, is our Sangha. Being with the world is necessary. We have to be for various our services to them and our needs from them. Full stop. Beyond that, anything in the mind, that is called as Sangha. That Sangha goes on, making us even slave to the world. And always remember, if somebody in the world or something in the world is dominating me, only reason is I have some attachment from that person of some sort. As long as that rope is not cut, we suffer the pangs of the slavery of dominance by others, of commanding from others. That can be an object, that can be a situation, that can be a place, that can be a person. Isn't it? As small as an example of tea. The tea commands me. Isn't it? And the one who makes the tea to me, that person also commands, and I am surrendered to both the Jada tea as well as the Chetana, the person who makes it, because of my attachment to it. An example, every day's thing we do. We are slave to the TV. Without that I cannot. ऐसे जाकर उसके सामने बैठते हैं जैसे भगवान के सामने बैठ रहे, जैसे गुरु के सामने बैठ के तत्व उपदेश सुन रहे हैं या सुनना चाहिए. इन दैट वे वी सिट इन फ्रंट, सी द स्लेवरी टू दैट जड़ वस्तु, बिकॉज our sangha, that I can't be without it, or it is required for me, or it gives me sukha and pleasure. Isn't it? More so to the people, we have the sangha. So the sangha to the vastu, sangha to the people, sangha to some objects, and sangha to some anubhutis, anubhavas, experiences. Isn't it? And the whole life, not one or two, towards millions of things, that way we are attached. The whole life and lives together are only spent for that, denying ourselves of any spiritual growth. As a human being, we are born for the spiritual growth only. इवन वो बात सुनने को भी तैयार नहीं है, उतना हम become slave to the things of the world or beings of the world through sangha. Isn't it? Sit at home, study, exams are coming. When the parents tell, the children react to that good advice, react to that reminder. Isn't it? Should the parents need to tell that fellow that the exams are approaching, he has to study and prepare that? He doesn't need. He is forgotten. And parents are reminding, and to that also becomes angry and reacting because he is in Sangha with an object or a people or some activity outside. Example. So too in our life, what's the purpose of us if not realizing the self and get liberated? But how bitter that whole spiritual process is appearing to us. How difficult it is appearing to us. How punishment it is to us to sit for a class for half an hour, listen the Tattva Jnana. Have we ever opened an Upanishad at home? Did we ever go through one paragraph to understand? So you understand? And other than the Upanishadic Jnana and through that knowing the Brahman, theoretical and practical, doing practice and realizing it, there's no other way for moksha. But to the moksha giving marga, we are never going towards. and continuously, constantly binding, conditioning, limiting way of life only we are living every moment. We are bound in the world. We are conditioned in the world. We are made limited in the world. We are made slaves there. We are suffocated there. Made to. We are going through that only every day. That's what is, as we were feeling yesterday, the sentence of the Shruti Mata telling about the worthy disciple. Tapatrayarka santaptaha. When we were pondering on that, this disciple is finding within himself the samyak tapa, the extreme misery, because of the arka, the surya. Who is the surya who is giving tapa? Tapatraya. And who is the arka who is giving the santapa? Tapatrayas. What are the tapatraya? This tapatraya word in some languages in South India very nicely utilized. Almost every day they talk about it. Like when the child is restless to have the breakfast on the table, the mother says, "Why are you doing tapatre?" That's the language they use. It has become a word regularly used. See his tapatre, how is he running for that or this? Idea is what? The Sharira, Indriya, Mana, Sambandhi, Sukha, Bhoga, giving vastus towards that, the desire is called as the tapa inside. It is giving the santapa. He has understood, Are, I am burnt in this tapatraya agni, arka, and I am restless. And the more I am involving in it, the more the burning only is happening, pain only is happening. I understood now that there is no niskruti from it when I am in that only. Therefore, he is uddigna manasa. This is not the way to live life, happy life, fulfilling life, evolved life. That's how he just says, Oh, mind, shut up. That shutting up the mind is called shama. Then to the Indriyas also, he says, Shut up. Through to both of you, I gave value for so many lives. Instead of giving me peace and tranquility, you only were giving more and more dukkha to me only. So the Samadhi sadhana yukta means the mind senses are shut down in their demands. Then he goes to the Guru. Guru, I want to get rid of all dukkha once for all, and I also want to get the Purnata. Can you tell me in precise? Sankshipya Bhagavan, Tanme Sankshipya Bhagavan, Kevalam Kripaya Vada. So here that sloka of the evening class we quoted to say that this tapa in us, that I have to have the world from outside, is called as the attachment in. We are not able to pause and ponder over it. We have to be in the world, interacting with the world as a social being as per the requirement. It's a part of the game. But why do we expect anything from anybody? And why we get bound in our mind to that thing or being and try to mold those things to our convenience, which never happens. Each one are traveling in their own way. How can they become convenient to us? Even if becomes, it can't be permanent because your position also changes by the time the other thing or being becomes conducive, convenient, tuned to you. Because you are not a stable stone like thing, no? A continuously, dynamically changing beings we are. That's why, नारायणा अभी से यार वो 5 साल पहले इतना प्रेम से था मेरे से आज तो मेरे को छोड़ ही दिया उसने means what that person changed his priorities changed his goals changed his prarabdha has taken him somewhere else. Do you know? Same thing happens to us also. When somebody is depending on us, somebody also must be saying, यार ये 5 साल पहले मेरे से इतना बढ़िया था अब तो वो मेरे को छोड़ दिया. Because we also are supposed to, are forced to leave things and beings behind. You cannot hold on to the same thing. याद रखो यार लोग बाबा लोग गुरु भगवान को ही छोड़ देते हैं गुरुओं को छोड़ देते हैं. Is it every disciple with the guru is always there? So when the disciple has to evolve in different way, he will be pushed by his destiny to other guru. Then should that guru mourn and cry? Yeah, mere saath tha, ye mere ko chhod. He knows this jiva came to get treated from me this much. That's over. He'll go to the next doctor. You understand that? Is not the people change the God also? So God should become worried. Rama should feel bad. यार कल तक ये राम राम बोल रहा था, अब ओम नमः शिवाय बोल रहा है वो मेरे को छोड़ दिया. He said I had to treat him. I have treated. Now he is going to Shiva. Rama and Shiva are not two actually. No, in that yesterday, no, day before yesterday, wala. Skanda Purana has given such a beautiful clarity about Lord Shiva telling about me and Vishnu are not two. Wow, wow, it was a master class topic, by the way. Anyway, you listen to them or study. So the Guru also. People live in the offices, people live, it is going on happening. Like on the road, if I don't leave my earlier footprint or step or place, I can't move ahead. है ना? हर जगह पे if I don't get up from dining table, I cannot go ahead. It's a dynamic, continuous thing going on happening. Therefore, even if we expect somebody to be what do you call conducive to us, tuned to us, they tune, but that can't be permanent. And I also change. My priorities change. जैसे किसी को आप बहुत प्यार से बुलाते हो, वो आपके घर आए, you are enjoying it. But by the time that's happening, you are called somewhere else for some other work. Mother is not well और बेटी के जाना है, कुछ तो आपको आ जाता है. Then you have to change. Then that fellow, यार मेरे को इतने प्यार से बुलाया तुमने, मैं आ गया, तुम जा रहे हो. So what do you say? Yeah, at that time I only called you. I know you know that, but now the other work has come. Don't we see these examples every day? So the idea is what? As per our punya papa karma, we have to get sukha dukkha. To get that sukha dukkha, Lord appoints some means, things and beings and situations, etc. So they're coming and going. Isn't it? जिससे सुख मिलना है वो देकर चला जाता है, शाश्वत रूप से नहीं देगा. जिससे दुख मिलना है वो देकर चला जाता है, कोई शाश्वत नहीं रहता. कुछ लोग दोनों दे देते हैं. Looks to be for more time, like wife or husband, those relations. That is compared to other relations, the time is more, but that also is not infinite, no? And every day also you are not 24 ghante chipko to the wife or husband. You have to become miserable because of other beings also. You have to come to the class and suffer. Isn't it? कोई है आत्मा दुखी होने का तो उसको क्लास में भी दुखी हो जाएगा भाई क्या करूं. See, what is all this discussion is about is we have to find the happiness, peace, solace in ourselves, not in the Vastu Vyakti Vishesha outside. When we seek it, that's called attachment. When they become means for happiness, that was our karma phala. Happiness is found felt inside only. So when somebody calls you and gives tea or coffee, enjoy it. The happiness is inside through the medium of tea of coffee and a warm welcome by that person. हो गया खत्म करो वहाँ उसको. And again, if you say that I want it again, that person should call me, or everybody should invite me like that. You understand? That's not possible. People can't commit mistakes again and again. होता है कि नहीं, कोई बाबा जी को बुलाते हैं तौबा तौबा दोबारा नहीं बुलाना. You will not do mistake again. Idea is what? Sangha. Then this attachment of ours, which will be discussed very exhaustively after 3 or 4 slokas in Gita, ha, 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 creates kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mainly these durgunas. Then the other side, smriti, bhramsha, buddhinasha and sarvanasha. And these kama, krodha, they are there in every one of our hearts in a very small ripple form. But because of our attachment to things and beings, they become like an ocean. Tarangayita vime sangat samudrayanti. And once these inner negativities have surged up like ocean or tsunami, other than getting drowned in that, there is no safety. On the other hand, By pursuing the inner self, the existing kamana adi also, raga adi also, attachment also, sangha also, we have to give up. That's the powerful sentence. When Krishna says, Sarvan manogatan kaman prajahati. We have not sufficiently pondered over it independently. Maybe in the class we discussed. बट क्लास में जितना भी सुनो फायदा नहीं होता. खुद को सोचकर दिल से उन बात को समझकर प्रैक्टिस करो, तभी उसका फायदा होता है. So today's total thought is what? Be in the world as much required, but don't be attached. Let the mind be so calm and cool and quiet and free. Always to enjoy the delights of the Saguna Bhagavan contact and Nirguna Parabrahma identity. Let us revel in these greater, diviner, loftier, higher experiences. Let us strive for them. है ना? Let us enjoy the yoga siddhis, not bhoga siddhis. They're all, they're only binding on it. They'll enslave us. They will. अब आदमी को पैजामा बना देंगे वो सब. And we can see in our life. We can see people are attached to outer world and everybody is attached to their own dehadi. देहादि का भी तादात्म्य से ही बाकी सब तादात्म्य होता है. वो थोड़ा हायर पॉइंट. बिफोर कमिंग टू द लेवल that I am attached to outer world because I am attached to the body, first understand the outer sangha or cause of dukkha, let me not. And again, should not become angry with the world, hate the world, and therefore, Swamiji, you told me, don't have the sangha to the world, therefore I hate everybody, I won't talk to anybody, I will not interact with anybody. This is not correct again. That is negative. You can't avoid. You have to be with the world because of prarabdhas, because of necessities, requirement of survival for the adhyatmic sadhana. कहाँ जाओगे इस दुनिया को छोड़कर? बोलो, can we go anywhere? This is the only world we have. Any number of times we go away from here, again we have to come here only. Same people only come in different forms to us. कहीं भी नहीं जाओगे आप. Only in the realization of I am Brahman, I am not Jiva, I am not Deha, that all this parishani ends. But that will happen when we do the inner sadhana. The biggest obstacle for inner sadhana is our own inner attachments. So we are discussing that point today. Love all, be with everyone, whenever is required, but don't seek any happiness from anyone, which is called as attachment. ठीक है? एक बार करके देखो. हर पूरा. We all say, Swamiji, I don't have attachment to everything or being, only these 10 things and 20 beings. That is enough to bind you. No, one is enough to bind us. People suffer because of one person only, one object only, one addiction only. So, sangaha tarangayita vime sangat samudrayanti. And in little one more higher thought we say and leave it. What is Sangha is any thought where Paramatma is not the object in that. Sangha is that. Dussangaha sarvathaiva tyajyaha. Dussanga has to be always given up. What is Dussanga at the highest level? Any thought, any interaction where Bhagavan is not there or Bhagavan or Paramatma is forgotten. That is Dussanga. बस ये मेन डेफिनेशन मन में रखो. बाकी नीचे लेवल पे दुस्संग is with those people who are worldly, who are negative, who are corrupt, who are dishonest, who ये सब फिर lower level of meaning of दुस्संग. We have to start from that level only. Don't be in the company of those bad people who create adharma in us, who create papa in us. That is the dussanga. A higher level mein dosanga is in our own mind. Whenever I am not thinking of Paramatma, anything else I am thinking, that is dosanga. Highest level mein dekha jaye, my attachment to my ego, that is dosanga. My attachment to my Dehendra Prana Buddhi, that is the dosanga. Because they are pulling you down to Jiva Bhava, denying you of Brahmanubhuti. Again, सबसे बड़ा दुस्संग यही है, मैं अपने ईगो से चिपक के रखा, बट टफ टू अंडरस्टैंड। एंड जिसने समझ लिया ना, मैं ब्रह्म हूं, मेरे ईगो ही मेरे ब्रह्म स्वरूप को रोक रहा है, टोक रहा है, देखो ईगो इज माय ओन बिगेस्ट एनिमी। द वन हु रियलाइजेस इट, वो तो मास्टर है, उसको तो प्रणाम नमस्कार। A highest seeker alone can realize that. A little lower में the sharira, indriya, prana, mana, buddhi are my dussanga, है ना? Even at little grosser level में the outer things and beings are dussanga. In the outer things and beings, whichever take us to the unrighteous path, that is dussanga. Whichever enslave us, they are called dussanga. The inside us, all the upadhis which denying us of our Brahmanubhuti, identifying with them is the dussang. एक हायर लेवल में दुस्संग क्या, संग ही दुष्ट है, अभी दुस्संग नहीं है। और कुछ there is nothing called bad company. Company itself is bad because how can you have any company, you are one without second. Highest level में द्वैत is the dussanga or sanga. So, understand at all levels the definitions. Be alert with that knowledge behind every moment. See to it that you protect yourself. I protect myself. Isn't it? And we're not doing harm in this way to anyone, we're helping. As we saw, I think 4 days back. When I am not attached to somebody, not allowing the other body to attach to me, not only I am saving myself, I am saving that person too. That person is free from me, that he can pursue his goals. But he is attached to somebody else, that is his way of coffee. Now you don't worry about it. You be free now. Isn't it? You need not command others. If they are attached somewhere else, what can you do? दुनिया में ऐसे होते हैं लोग, हमको छोड़ के और कहीं फंस जाते हैं और हम दुखी होते हैं, और जब वो भी उनको छोड़कर चले आते हैं हम खुश हो जाते हैं। इज ऑल नॉनसेंस. इट हैज नो मीनिंग वर्ल्डली वाइज आल्सो, spiritually also it's a stupidity. At one point of time, as we just now said, mind should be always free of thought in that Brahmanubhuti. If at all thoughts come, everything is that Ishvara. Only these two should be there. Yesterday, again evening Yoga Vasishta, when we were seeing the summary of the earlier Sarga, the last 5-6 slokas, how much important it was. एक तत्व पे रूढ़ता से मन को लगा के ध्यान करो. That leads to your removal or reduction in the vasanas. That reduces the ragadveshas. That reduces your drashta darshana drushya delusion. That takes you to the nirvikalpa sthiti, the oneness with the Brahman. Wow, it was so beautiful, no? Explaining that now we saw what a sweet way, एक श्लोक में एक level of explanation in the 22nd sarga. In the same way, here also today's common sense thought is love all but don't be attached to any. Love also when it is required. Reserve freedom to pursue the main goal for which we have come. We तो here remain the ultimate goal only, बाबा. हम इसलिए बैठे हैं कि आपके माध्यम से हम अपने गोल को स्मरण करें, तत्व ज्ञान का आपको भी वही बताएं. बाकी सब जितना भी कहो, it's not only time pass, it's not only time waste, it's also binding. So, Sangha, attachment, understand it in all details, protect yourself from it. Sangha is not outside, outside are all our duties. It is in the mind. It is in the form of asha, expectation. Expecting. We suffer because others expect from us. We expect from others. Others suffer because of us, because they expect from us. That's why I myself don't expect, but give what I can give to them the best. That makes me fulfilled. So too the other person also understands that. That's the fulfillment. It's very trickish. थोड़ा सोचना शुरू करते हैं ना, जो जीवन जीवन हम जी रहे हैं पूरा उल्टा है पता चलता है. It should be the other way around. Like somebody married to the other. I am married to the person to give my love to that person, to make that person happy and find that happiness in me. If this way that marriage is done, it is perfect. Whether it is marriage or it's a friendship. I am making that fellow my friend so that I can make him happy by whatever I can do to him. In his happiness only, my happiness. This is a true friendship. What is the negative understanding? I am his friend so that he should give me happiness by fulfilling what I want. ये उस डेफिनेशन ही गलत. उसका बेसिक पॉइंट है, इफ यू वांट समथिंग यू डू इट बाय योरसेल्फ, डोंट एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम अदर्स. दे विल डिसअपॉइंट यू डेफिनेटली, बिकॉज उनके एजेंडा में वो नहीं है. डेफिनेशन ही बदलता है. वी आर इन दिस वर्ल्ड टू सर्व, लव एंड गिव, नॉट टू टेक. To take, the moment we think about, we are in attachment, trapped, gone. Trapped in the attachment means that life is gone. Get freed from that. Full, ऐसे बिंदास बंदा. ला यहाँ तक कि खुद ही लोग आकर सब कुछ दे रहे हैं आपको, मेरे को चाहिए नहीं बाबा, आई एम हैप्पी विथ माई सेल्फ. That day of upvasa, when you are fasting, 10 people come and give 10 items for you to eat. But you say, I don't want, because on the name of my Lord, as my devotion to Him, I am in upvasa. I am more happy in this than that. See, to make us recognize, to be happy in sacrificing the outer things for the sake of the Lord, to make us recognize these possibilities, to make us have these upavasa dikshas are given to us. Again, other day when I am not taking upavasa, I only wait. Everybody should give me something, something. But when I am committed that day of upavasa, even 10 people come and give. I say, no, my vrata today. Happy birthday to you. Isn't it? That's what is the vrata and diksha. Diksha of asangata. What a beautiful thing, no? Can it be understood at least? Do we have the guts to understand and acknowledge it? कहिले कोई highly intellectual people, when they come to a satsang, when they listen to that Mahatma's wonderful guidance, the Mahatma said, well, they nod the head as if they are certified. Murak log. They just, yes, I appreciate that Mahatma has spoken well. He's a good speaker, I tell you. Are Buddhu, this is not, he's not doing a pradarshana that you have to give him certificate. He's not नाच थोड़ी रहे वो कि तुम ताली बजाने. He is giving tattva jnana. He is giving moksha jnana. Take him as guru, surrender, learn from him. You are not there to appreciate. Anyway, so can we appreciate this? That vrata of the no sangha. Wow, beautiful it is. I won't allow anybody to give me dukkha by detaching, not by forcing that fellow. That is the other negative thing. Extreme negativity is that we become dukkha because people are not fulfilling our expectations. अब एक बंदे के साथ रहो, expect 100 things. Throughout life you are miserable. 100 बंदे के साथ रहो, don't expect anything from anyone. Nobody can make you miserable. So with how many people we are, that's not important. Are we expecting? Called as sangha, then God. That expectation, like a dog, you tell it to dance and it has to dance. Then you are happy. If not, you are miserable. It is your conditioning. You made. Why are you troubling the dog first of all? उसको छोड़ यार, अपनी जिंदगी जीने दे उसको. You understood how the human minds negatively work in this way. Very funny if you really think about it at large. Anyway, that should be enough. Be freed from that sangha. Love all, be with all, do what is to be done, but protect your mind. Neither the sangha में दोनों होते हैं, राग द्वेष. Both of them are attachments. दोनों नहीं होना चाहिए. That should be enough. It's a big subject. Now, today's third yajna of ours, third tapasya is knowing the meaning of one mantra and chanting it in a meditational mood. Today we'll take up Dakshinamurti Bhagavan's mantra. Adiguru, Mula Guru, Parabrahma coming as Shiva, Shiva coming as Dakshinamurti to teach to all of us Brahma Vidya. So that Dakshinamurti Bhagavan's related mantra we learn today. Focused? Ready? Enjoy it. The mantra is like this. Om Vatavitapi Samipe Bhumibhage Nishannam Sakalamunijanaam Jnanadataramarat Tribhuvanagurumisham Dakshinamurtidevam Janana Dukkha Cheda Daksham Namami. This is the mantra. So Namami is the Kriyapada. I am saluting, I am surrendering, I am seeking His Kripa for my redemption. Whom are you doing Namaskaram? Dakshinamurti Devam. The Lord who is in the form of Dakshinamurti, who was invoked and who has arrived and who has blessed millions. He is available even for us also. याद रखो निर्गुण ब्रह्म सगुण परमात्मा. What is the commonality? What is difference? What's the purpose of each of them? We must know. So Nirguna Brahma, ultimately we have to realize our oneness with it for the moksha. That's goal. If you are directly able to do that, no other upasana is required. Whenever we are not able to do that, we need the powers, then we take the help of the Saguna Ishvara. Saguna Ishvara is a means for us to tune to the Nirguna Brahma. Kushak? And it is necessary, sadhana told, even though at a higher stage we don't need it. Because when I am Brahman, whose worship I am doing? I know. If I say the Brahman to be Dakshinamurti, it's an insult to Brahman only. After realizing Brahman. Because Brahman is everything and beyond. But at the same time, for the Upasana's sake, we need these devatas and they are there. And that Shakti is there to bless us. So who is this Dakshinamurti? Vata Vitapi Samipe Bhumi Bhage Nishannam. He is seated under a Vata Vruksha. Samipe means near, means below that. Bhumi Bhage Nishannam, seated on the ground or a little higher pedestal as it is shown in the pictures. Seated there, what is he doing? Sakala Muni Jananam Jnana Dataram. He is the one who is giving to all the Munijana the Jnana. Muni, they are all in Manana Sthiti, they are all in Mauna Sthiti. He is not even giving pravachana also. Silently is communicating, they are receiving. Yesterday also we saw in Gita, Sthitadir Muniruchyate. Munihi. So Sakala Jananam, Sakala Munijananam Jnana Dataram. So only once we become Mauna Muni and Manana Muni. Muni means Mauni, Muni means Manana Karneva. He alone can receive Jnana from the Guru, by the way. So he was giving that Jnana. How is he giving? Aratu. Arat is such a sweet word in Sanskrit. Arat means closely, in proximity. Matlab taking them so much into his heart. Confidentially, then he is teaching with all the love. Like yesterday, the competition between the Guru Shishya, we saw in Vakyavritti. Kevalam Kripaya Vada, he said. Then he said, no, Sadvitya Vasana Vyakti Vadami. And he said, Bhagavan. And he says, so pyar se. Then the most important word was, Idam Taditi Vispashtam. That's called as Arat. Subject-wise Arat is bringing the subject very close to the heart of the listener. Relation-wise Arat means taking that disciple so confidential, so close to the heart because of his deservability and because of his necessity. He needs this jnanam from me and he deserves also. Everybody needs jnanam, but people don't deserve it because they don't have Shraddha Bhakti towards that. But these fellows, these rishis, munis are so much devoted to Dakshinamurti Bhagavan. He also arat, बहुत closely. So, Vatavitapi Samepe, Bhumibhage Nishannam, Sakala Munijananam Jnanadataram, Arat, Tribhuvana Guru, the one who is the Lord of all the three worlds. Isham, who rules and governs. Dakshinamurti Devam, the Lord who is Dakshinamurti. And what he does for all of us, highest thing, Janana Marana Dukkha Cheda Daksham, the one who is capable of doing the Chedanam Vedanam of the Dukkha born out of Janana Marana. मतलब जन्म मरण संसार दुख का आत्मानुभव देकर छेदन करने में दक्ष, that's why it's called Dakshinamurti. To him, my salutations. So, Dakshinamurti Bhagavan, I am meditating on you, seated under the tree. You are teaching to all the munis the jnanam with all the, what do you call, love and kindness. And you are the Lord of all the three worlds. And you are you are the one capable of destroying all the Janana Marana Dukkha by giving the Atma Jnana. I am meditating on you, seeking that only. So may I also become that one deserving Muni to sit in front of you, silently taught by you, so that I realize myself, which is free from Janma Marana Adi. And I transcend the Janma Marana Yukta, all Upadhi Tada. Wonderful shloka, very powerful it is. Every shloka we are studying every day is so useful. Great alambanas we are getting every day. आप जिस दिन जो श्लोक पढ़ा रहे उस दिन उसी को करो. Next day, fresh one is coming. Every day, fresh, new mantras we are learning, no? How कितना बढ़िया है. If somebody is every day giving you fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, fresh nuts, मजा आता है ना? अब आपको हर दिन fresh meditational से technique दे रहे हैं, तो enjoy it. Start. We'll do this mantra little bigger. टाइम क्या हुआ? 6 बार करेंगे बस. ओम वटविटपि समीपे भूमिभागे निषण्णं सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात् त्रिभुवनगुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जननमरणदुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि. ओम श्री दक्षिणामूर्ति सद्गुरवे नमः. You can take him as Sadguru. ॐ वटविटपि समीपे भूमिभागे निषण्णं सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात् त्रिभुवनगुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जननमरणदुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि. ॐ श्री दक्षिणामूर्ति सद्गुरवे नमः. ॐ वडविडवि समीपे भूमिभागे निषण्णं सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात् त्रिभुवनगुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जननमरणदुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि. ॐ द्रां दक्षिणामूर्तिसद्गुरवे नमः. ॐ वडविडवि समीपे भूमिभागे निषण्णं सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात् त्रिभुवनगुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जननमरणदुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि. ॐ द्रां दक्षिणामूर्तिसद्गुरवे नमः. ॐ वडविडवि समीपे भूमिभागे निषण्णं सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात् त्रिभुवनगुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जननमरणदुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि. ॐ द्रां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ॐ वटविटपि समीपे भूमिभागे निषण्णं सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात् त्रिभुवनगुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जननमरणदुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि. Om Ram Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. The Jiva, me, get the opportunity to sit in front of Dakshinamurti, to listen to his silent Upadesha, indicating that you are not the Upadiyukta Jiva, you are Nirupadika Brahman. May that most profound and powerful, most silent teaching of Dakshinamurti make me come out of that delusion and ignorance. Make me realize my oneness with that Brahman who alone is seated there in the form of that Dakshinamurti. Beautiful mantra. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Vavatu. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yairime Gurubhi Purvam. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam. Om Nithaye Sarva Vidyana. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam. Om Karunavaruණालय पालय मां भवसागर दुःखविदून हृदं रचया अखिल दर्शन तत्त्वविदं भवशंकर देशिक मे शरणं ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां निरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्राध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुविघ्नसमूलनिर्मूलनपूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्माद् क्षणाद् आरभ्य वैदिक हैन्दवसंस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थं कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशङ्करभाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थ वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदम निराधारम पारायणम अथ षष्ठोऽध्यायः 16 17 18। ओम सविश्वकृद्विश्वविदात्मयोनिः ज्ञः कालकारो गुणी सर्वविद्यः प्रधानक्षेत्रज्ञपतिर्गुणेशः संसारमोक्षस्थितिबन्धहेतुः सतन्मयो हि अमृत ईश संस्थः ज्ञः सर्वगो भुवनस्यास्य गोप्ता य ईशेस्य जगतो नित्यमेव नान्यो हेतुर्विद्यते ईशनाय यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तं ह देवम् आत्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणम् अहं प्रपद्ये। What a beautiful mantras there are. May we revel in them. Now study, let's take up the ninth mantra. Eighth we have done thoroughly. Once more, one repetition also happened yesterday. Natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate natat samashtabhyadikascha drushyate parasya shaktir vividhaiva shruyate swabhaviki jnanavala kriya. Whatever is happening, the one who gets lost in it with ragadvesha is samsari. Whatever is happening, seeing that through that, the one who sees the Ishwarya with his Shakti doing everything, he is a sadhak. And while all this is happening, yet there is nothing happening in the reality. That reality is there within everything, and that is me. The one who realizes it is a Jivan Mukta. Understood? This is how, through all this Vedanta, this sublime knowledge we have to gain and have that thud up inside that may I experience that state of realizing the oneness with the self. Okay, now Yasma Devan Tasmat, next shloka mein about that Paramatma Tattva, the ultimate glory is said. Very good. न तस्य कश्चित् पतिरस्ति लोके न तस्य कश्चित् पतिरस्ति लोके न चेशिता नैव च तस्य लिङ्गम् न चेशिता नैव च तस्य लिङ्गम् सकारणं करणाधिपाधिपः सकारणं करणाधिपाधिपः न चास्य कश्चित् जनिता न चाधिपः न चास्य कश्चित् जनिता न चाधिपः इधर न तस्य कश्चित् पतिरस्ति लोके न चेशिता नैव च तस्य लिङ्गम् सकारणं करणाधिपाधिपः न चास्य कश्चित् janita na chadipaha. This is the actual explanation about the divinity that is said only in the Upanishads. But how many are studying Upanishads? We are just now only we are entering into. Before that we were also. For us, Bhagwan means Ramayana Bhagavat पढ़ो उसमें दिखने वाले रामायण कृष्ण. But Rama and Krishna came and went, no? From where they came, into what they went. That is real Rama. That is real Krishna. That is Brahman. And Ramakrishna required for all our upasanas. They are the givers of all the Yogakshema. But Yogakshema binds me to be a Jiva only, no? That's why in second chapter Gita we have seen Niryogakshema Atmavan Bhava. You have seen that mantra 43, 42. Bhagavan tells to Arjuna, Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvastaha Niryogakshema Atmavan you become. Before that, Yavanartha mantra. Anyway, so in this shloka about that absolute reality, more words are used to make us understand that he cannot be understood. Isn't it? First, avuna, na tasya kaschit patihi asti loke. In this world of small little objects we see, small little jivas we see, big objects we see, big so-called jivas we see, up to Brahmadeva level. None of them are his pati. He is a pati of the everybody, but nobody is his pati. Na tasya kaschita patihi asti loke. Pati means the Lord, Swami. At the transcendent level, transcendence, he alone is there. Therefore, somebody to be pati, that question doesn't arise. When the manifest world we see, the whole world is manifest because of his Maya Shakti only. Therefore, he is the one who is keeping all under his command, not that he is under somebody's Swamitva. That's how Natasya Kaschit Patihi Asti Lok. Pati is Swami. Nobody. In fact, he is the Pati of everyone because without him, nothing can exist at all. Tatasya kaschit patirasti loke. Pati is to protect, etc. also. Nobody need to protect Paramatma. He only protects everyone. We all need him for our existence. He doesn't need at all us for his existence. Natasya kaschit patihi swami asti loke. Second point, nacha ishita. Ata eva natasya ishita niyanta. And naturally, the one who is our pati, he'll have to protect us. Therefore, he becomes Ishita, that he'll have to order us for him to protect us. You know? Like yesterday, we gave that funny example evening. When you go to a barber's shop, He is your pati for your hair cutting and designing and whatever you call it. Because you appointed him as pati, the other thing automatically goes with it too. That's what is Ishita. He is the Ishita now. Having gone to, you cannot sit anywhere you want. The chair he gives, that only you have to sit. Isn't it? The way he moves your head and all, you have to follow him because he is your pati. He has to set the hair dressing जो भी करना है. See that relation between if you appoint somebody as pati and depend on him, he becomes Ishita also of you. Today's our common sense thought of Raga Dvesha. So he has nobody pati required, therefore nobody is an Ishita Niyanta. है ना? You take your children, grandchildren as pati at home because if they are happy, I am happy. I am attached to them. Therefore they become Ishita. Ye lao, wo lao, ye kar, wo kar. When you tell something to do, they won't listen only. Huh? So for us, we have elected a government. Now it is a pati and they are the Ishita. The rules and regulations they put, the tax systems they change, everything they do, we have to listen only. नहीं तो अंदर कर दे. सो परमात्मा का कोई स्वामी नहीं है. स्वामी है तो वही ईशिता होकर ईषण करते हैं. He has nobody as pati, therefore nobody can do the ishana to him. There is no niyanta on his head. That will be our state when we reach that Brahman. That's the main point. It is told about the Brahman, no doubt, but that's me only. When I realize all those facilities come to me. Like why somebody wants to become this or that officer? Because that facilities come to me. I enjoy that. The dignity, that status, that position. वही तो ना टेम्प्ट होता है इसी तरह these are the glorious things when one is one with that Brahman. So let's be inspired by it. है ना? Now, one very sublime byproduct or the corollary thought here is what? To that Brahman, there is no pati, therefore, there is nobody called as Ishita and Niyanta. Any step, even little, you come down to identify with any of the upadhi and become something, somebody will be there on your head as pati and Ishita. You have to surrender to them, and that Niyanta will bind you on. That is why only being one with Brahman is the way to get freed from the Niyantrutva from anybody. Otherwise, you leave this and go other. That's it. This only change of problem. Whether we accept or not, because of our immaturity, of not understanding, whether believe or not, being one with Brahman alone is freedom from the Ishatvam of others. I am freed from the Niyantrutva from others or something. Huh? The great Brahmadeva, but he is also Ishita, ruled by the Ishvara only. You have seen all that in Bhagavatam. Taraji asks na, Papa, मैं आपको meditate करता हूँ. On whom you are meditating? He says, मेरा भी एक पति ऊपर बैठा है. नहीं करूँगा, मेरी पिटाई होगी. है ना? Today you saw in all the five mantras chapter, the five mantras chanted, that if you don't return back to me, you will be perished करके वो गुरुवान डांटते रहते हैं. If you don't come back to me. You know. Means what? To in his own goodness, he said, if you come and put your sadhana, I will certify whether you have done and reached or not. But Ishita to hai na. All the five mantras and the last one. Na agamishe, na agamishe, na agamishe. This is your punishment, this is your punishment. Like Sugriva Agnya. In 15 days, the place I am sending you, you search for Sitaji and come back. If you don't come, you will be beheaded only or punished only. सुग्रीव आज्ञा पावरफुल है. होना चाहिए ऐसा नियंता इस जगत में. इन इंडिया में ऐसा हुआ ही नहीं, इसलिए एवरीबडी इज licentious. But some gurus, Mahatmas are guiding, therefore people are disciplined. न तस्य कश्चित् पतिः अस्ति लोके अत एव न च तस्य ईशिता नियंता. And nobody wants to be controlled by, ordered by, ruled by, governed by anyone. No? Even if you love somebody, your own wife or husband, and so much you give love, he gives you or she gives you enjoy. But a moment comes again, how come he is sitting on my head? You don't like all the time for him to Ishita because you have your other privacy, you have other things to do. है ना, यू हैव टू टेक केयर ऑफ चिल्ड्रन और अपना में कम जून कम करना है या किटी विट्टी पार्टी खाना है. दैट टाइम यू से यू डोंट स्टॉप मी, आई वांट टू गो. दैट्स द मीनिंग ऑफ ईशिता. We don't like somebody to be on our head, but that thing will happen only when we realize our oneness with Brahman. Otherwise हमें काल भी ईर्षणा करता है, परमात्मा भी ईर्षणा करेंगे, depending on our desires and our slavery to things and beings. Even a dog also can do the ishana to you, on you. Niyanta. Even your servant can be niyanta if you more than required depend on him. Then नाम के वास्ते he is servant, you are Swami. But practically देखा जाए तो he is Swami and you are servant. He is the niyanta now. Isn't it? You call him, he says 10 minute रुकिए मैं बाद में आ रहा हूँ. That means he is a Swami. You are he is a Niyanta and you have become Sevak now. You know, ये सब जानकर ही सोच सोच के after going through for millions of lives, these wise people say, shut up. I don't want to be enslaved by anything. The cause of all of it is I take myself to be a Jiva with Upadis. As long as I'm a Jiva with Upadi, something or the other for the Upadis I need. For that, I have to surrender to some Niyanta, some Ishita. Then that takes away all my freedom and that joy. I don't want. Bas. That's how the great sadhakas get out of Upadhi Tadatmya. They are one with Brahman. अब मजाल है किसी को मुझे ईषण करने का, मेरे ऊपर नियंत्रित्व. नो बड़ी ना. वाह, जाए कि नहीं. फिर नेक्स्ट वन, नहीं वच तस्य लिंगम. नहीं वच तस्य लिंगम चिह्नम धूमस्थानीयम येन अनुमीयते. सी, yesterday we saw the dhuma is the sign, symbol, seeing which we can infer that there is a fire. है ना, यत्र धूमः तत्र अग्निः, अनुमान प्रमाण. So some chikhna dhuma is there for us to identify the presence of fire there. To identify the Paramatma, there is no dhuma like lingam or chikhnam. Tasya na lingam. है ना? Because if the linga is there, then you will see him objectively only. Paramatma is not an object, no? He being subject, by giving up all upadhi, we have to become one with him. That is the only way to recognize. Recognizing Paramatma is recognizing him to be me. There is the only way. Therefore, there is no outer linga. Linga are there for the outer things and beings. Chihnam. So here lingam chihnam means he is beyond all gunas, etc. Then sakaranam karanadipaha nachasya kaschit janita nachadipaha. These 3-4 words also indicate same thing. That is one single being. Nobody can demand command from him. Both in the transcendental way, so too immanent way. When we identify with him, transcendentally also we are Ishvara. Immanently when we do Vyavahara, that time also we are Ishvara. Some more intricate thoughts are there. Let us learn them tomorrow. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamadah Om श्रुतिमात्रे नमः तत्सद्ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Let us extend our gratitudes to all the rishis who are outside and inside guiding us towards that ultimate goal. Come, गीता पढ़ते हैं थोड़ा सा.